What's good with y'all, man? Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a good week, man. I hit the gym today, got me a fresh cut, so I'm feeling good, okay? So, we have some news coming from Cosmic Book News about a DC vs. Marvel movie talks. Insider says Gunn and Russo's are involved. So, let's see what this article is talking about. I think this is probably the worst time to do this. Probably good for them because this will make them a lot of money, but considering what we've gotten so far with DC, especially with this Superman movie, I would not like to see. I don't want to see this Superman go against Marvel at all. I feel like this is a powered down, weak Superman, and I just don't feel like it would be good. I feel like a lot of people would be able to beat this Superman, but let's go ahead and see what they're talking about. At Comic-Con, Hollywood Insider told me there are active discussions happening about a DC vs. Marvel movie, and that both James Gunn and the Russo brothers are on board. Now, with the Russo brothers on board, there's a little faith because we know their track record. They're goats, okay? The source pointed out the recent Deadpool/Batman comic crossover announcement as a sign that the intercompany collaboration is closer than anyone thinks. Recently at Comic-Con, DC and Marvel unveiled a variant cover that shows Deadpool with the Infinity Gauntlet featuring both DC and Marvel characters. Here are some additional things we've been told at Comic-Con. WB adds more Lobo to Supergirl after Jason Momoa wows execs. WB Insider says DCU Lantern series is really good. No Robert Pattinson in the DCU. Concerns raised about Gunn's Batman. Marvel exec says Disney ruined the MCU. Backs James Gunn. What really happens in the Fantastic Four post-credit scene. Superman and Fantastic Four budget source past $350 million break-even sky. Zaslav, I always say his name wrong. Master plan unfolds. Warner Bros. Discovery splits in two. Okay, what are we reading here? What is that? Was that even necessary? I don't even think that was necessary to read, honestly. But, WB is going to back their stuff. Why wouldn't they? It's their own product, so that's nothing new here. What has James Gunn said about DC vs. Marvel? James Gunn has also publicly hinted at the idea before. In that recent Rolling Stone interview, the outlet pointed out a copy of Superman/Spider-Man crossover comic book from the 70s is sitting at the table, Gunn said. We've talked about it a billion times. That could easily happen, but simultaneously to that, I think it will be interesting. But I think people are a little over it. I think people want to see good stories with their superheroes, and that's what matters. Yes, we want to see good stories. Superman did not have a good story. We've seen the story a lot. It wasn't nothing new. Come on, James. Come on, man. Come on, man. And people love superheroes. That's obvious, but they need more variety. And they need just more quality storytelling. And just having Spider-Man and Superman team up isn't going to do it if it's shit. I agree. So it's got to come from a real place, and it's really hard to make that work. I did Superman because I love the character. See, I told y'all, he loved the character. But if you love the character, how do you not know its middle name? And people are saying, oh, well, it's just a little middle name. When you love something, you know everything about it. Like, if you marry your partner, your man or your woman, you know what that person, you know almost everything about that person. Sure, people do have secrets or whatever. Everybody has little dark secrets or, whatever you want to call it. But you're going to know almost every aspect of the person you love. So that's why when people say that little him not knowing the middle name is just stupid. No, it's not. Because when you absolutely love something, you know almost everything about it. If I were to write a Superman vs. Spider-Man movie, is it a concept I'm going to be like, oh yeah, this could be a great film? Or am I doing it because, oh yeah, people want to see Superman and Spider-Man team up? For me, it would have to be, if we ever did that, it would have to be under someone who thought it was going to be awesome. It wasn't just a cash grab, because I'm not just into that. Back in 2023, Gunn also told Empire, I'm certain that's more likely now that I'm in charge at DC. He tells Empire in the new Guardians Volume 3 issue. Who knows? Just don't expect anything on the front in the immediate future. That's many years away, though, he says. I think we have to establish what we're doing at DC first. I would be lying to say that we haven't discussed it, but all discussions have been very, very light and fun. When will DC versus Marvel happen? If a DC versus Marvel movie ever does happen, we can guess it's years away, possibly 2030 or later. Yes, this is something you cannot rush. Build the DCU, although I'm not too excited about it. Build Marvel. I am a lot more excited about Marvel than I am DC at its current state with the Superman we got. Fantastic Four was a good movie. The credit scene got me hyped. It had my whole movie theater clapping. So for Marvel, I'm a little hyped. For DC, there's still a lot we don't know with Batman, Wonder Woman, stuff like that. But from this Superman that we got in the theaters, I'm not sold on this Superman. I'm not sold on his universe, and I just feel like this Superman would lose to Thanos. Like this Superman, I feel like he couldn't even beat Thanos. That's how weak he was, you know? So, you know, peak Marvel, peak DC, I would have much rather have Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., all them teaming up with Ben Affleck's Batman, Henry Cavill as Superman, throw in The Rock's Black Adam. Like, I feel like that would have been a great... You talking about money being made? Both companies would have made so much money with those characters, bringing those two franchises together. I think that would be a lot more of a hype train than what we have now. Yes, it's Marvel and DC, and the characters combined is gonna make money because that's just how it is, bro. Like when you're talking about something that's never been done before, it's gonna make a whole lot of money. I'm just saying, from my perspective, if we would have got this back in the earlier days with two franchises that were pretty much going head to head, and if DC had a little bit more patience, they would have been on top. You would have threw all the old Marvel and the old DCEU into a movie together. As fans, we might have had an orgasm in the theater. I ain't even gonna catch it. We might have had an orgasm in the theater because that's how amazing and just out of reality it would feel to see that on the big screen. So, I'm excited for a crossover, but I'm just not excited with DC's part. Marvel, I'm a little bit more excited because I feel like they're going in a better direction than they had previously. DC, on the other hand, I'm not buying into Superman. This Superman is just too weak. He gets beat by everybody. He screams, he cries. I couldn't imagine this Superman going against a Darkseid. I just couldn't. Like, this dude was getting manhandled by everybody in the movie. Hell, I could manhandle him. So to see him go against a Thanos or a Darkseid, I personally don't see it. I feel like Thanos would wipe the floor with this Superman we have on DC side. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. That's my thoughts on this. A crossover would be cool, but I think it would have been way better with the Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr. gang and the Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill gang. I feel like that would have been a time right there. That would have been a time. That might have been a movie I went and seen like 10 times. No lie. I would have went and seen it that many times. But yeah, man. Y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are, and I will catch y'all on the next, man. 100,000 subscribers is grind time.